Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. This is Lucas, and today I'll show you a breakdown of how I use assets made by my coworkers in order to create a livelier world for a game, Dead to the Bone. But first, let me introduce you to the game. Dead to the Bone is a cooperative horror slayer where father and son fight together to restore balance to the multiverse of Deadness, a fantasy dead wonderland that was thrown into chaos by its current ruler. Here in this scene, we are looking at a scene that works as a level selector slash hub for our game. Let's take a closer look at what's in here. This is a giant beer pool where the Deadland creatures are just chilling. Well, I mean, at least some of them are. This guy over here is not so happy about the fact that they broke down his fence in order to put this whole structure together. For the beer bottle waterfall structure, I piled up tires from the tire swings, scaled up the beer bottles, and tied them together using the different scales of ropes from the tire swing to make it somewhat believable. I've also used the planks and the nails from the fence to create a rough improvised support for the structure. For the beer pool, I used a scaled up version of the cooler and gave the impression that it's filled with beer by using a beer shader attached to a plane. To make the structure more believable, I grabbed the tire swing ropes and adapted them into a rope ladder by using different scales and rotations. Now let's take a look at another structure. Here you can see two cigars just chilling, eating a barbecue while they roast their own friend. Using the Unity animator, I made a crank rotator on its own axis and parented the cigar to it so it will rotate as well. For the impaled pose, I used the pose from Mixamo. Actually, every pose and animations that you see here are Mixamo animations, and they are all triggered by a script that I made that allowed me to easily use any Mixamo animation or poses on any rigged character without the need to create multiple animator controllers or transitions and whatnot. So let's take a look at another piece. This is the first playable level, and although I decided to keep set dressing side levels to a minimum to reduce visual noise because it was harming your gameplay, I still wanted to make some sort of subtle gag here and there. Here, on the first area, you can see this guy smacking his TV in an angry attempt to fix it. On the second level of the same area though, the roles are reversed, and now he's getting spanked by his own television. Swapping them around was quite easy and fast thanks to the workflow that the animation script brought. Back in the hub, in the second island, we can see two cigars fishing and traces of an accident. A falling chair and an abandoned rod indicates that there was another cigar fishing here, but something happened. The cigar right next to him accidentally hooked him with his fishing rod, and now his life is being hanged by a thread. And it's quite literally in this case. In the back, you can see four cigars spraying into a beer waterfall with different poses, and the chef trying to figure out how to make the coconuts tree coconuts fall. Note that the set dressing for the hub map was low priority and came quite late in production, so no asset was specifically made for this scene. It was all done using existing assets. To optimize my workflow, I made a set dress palette prefab where I could quickly look at all the assets available and grab them, and from there on, all I had to do was let my creativity run free. That's it for this video, I hope you enjoyed it and have a great day.